Have you seen edits of this guy on TikTok?
Being a gangster was better than being president of the United States.
Mad liberator, death operator.
Probability of that is pretty high when you're a football fan. The guy's name is Quincy Promes. He's an attacking midfielder from the Netherlands and he currently plays in the Russian Premier League for Spartak Moscow. He gained questionable hype because of his legal issues back in the Netherlands that slowly but surely surfaced to the fans. But who is that guy that got all over TikTok with these crazy edits? This film will show you who Quincy Promes is, how his football career went, and why he might never ever return back to the Netherlands again. If you don't want to miss any more interesting football stories, make sure to like and subscribe to Footy Report. Quincy Anton Promes was born on the 4th of January 1992 in Amsterdam, Netherlands. His dad was from Suriname and he even played professional football there. The young Quincy had only one thing in mind: football. He basically played every day, in the morning, in the evening, in the afternoon, always. His idols were players like Neymar or Ronaldinho, so just really similar players to him, really skillful. Promes made his first steps in football for local amateur club RKSV DCG from Amsterdam. And he was really soon scouted by Ajax Amsterdam. The next step was of course joining Ajax academy at only 10 years old. His talent was obvious, but already at a really young age he had some problems with his discipline. In 2008 he got released from Ajax's academy because of bad behavior. It was the worst day of my life, as Promes stated later, and he even considered quitting football altogether then. It was his mother that actually convinced him to continue on trying to become a professional footballer, and he went to Haarlem FC, a club that developed players like Ruud Gullit. After 1 year, Quincy left Haarlem and joined Eredivisie side Twente, where he also made his professional debut. After 3 more appearances in the 11-12 season, Quincy Promes got loaned out to the Go Ahead Eagles in the 2nd Dutch division. There, he had his absolute breakthrough in his professional career. Promes scored his first professional goal against FC Nos and even assisted 2 more in their 4-1 win. The fans of the Eagles loved him and they even gave him the nickname Pro Messi because of his incredible performances. He reached the promotion playoffs with his team and there he completely tore shit apart. He scored 3 goals in the playoffs and helped his team to promote to the Eredivisie for the first time in 18 years, and he was basically the best player at only 20 years old. After the loan, Quincy returned back to Twente, where he just continued to bring on incredible performances. He scored 11 goals for Twente in the 13-14 season, even though he had some injury problems. After that, the Dutchman was linked to some of Europe's giants like Juventus, but he chose a completely different path. He went to Spartak Moscow. In his first season at Spartak, Promes already developed into a really important player, scoring 13 goals and assisting 5 more in only 29 games and being the best player on the team, of course. His second season was even more impressive, scoring 18 goals and assisting 5 for his Russian team in the first division. Remember, he was not a striker, he was playing on the wing in a 4-3-3 formation, which makes the goal tally even more crazy. Just like at Haarlem and Twente, he developed into an absolute fan favorite. And now we arrive at Quincy's prime in the 16-17 season, his 3rd season in Russia. Despite interests from, again, Juventus, Promes decided to stay at Spartak Moscow, and what a great decision this was. Even though he had some injury problems again, he scored 12 goals and assisted 9 more in only 26 games, which secured Spartak the first Russian title in 16 years. And Promes was awarded the Player of the Year award because of his insane and incredible performances. After 1 more season at Spartak with another really good scoring output, 21 goals and 10 assists in all competitions, Promes decided to go the next step and move to Sevilla for 21 million euros. Unfortunately, he couldn't reach the same form he had in Russia and only scored 5 goals and had 10 assists in all competitions for the Spanish club. That's why he went back to the Netherlands. And which club did he go for? Well, the club that once released him in the youth academy, Ajax Amsterdam. And his performances improved again. He scored 16 goals and 5 assists and was a crucial part of Ajax's first team and also won the Dutch Eredivisie. But now we move to the 2020-21 season, the year everything changed. Promes was playing alright in the first part of the season, scoring a couple of goals, but then in December of 2020 he got arrested. Apparently, he stabbed his cousin at a party in July the same year. Even though he got released shortly after and still was playing for Ajax Amsterdam under Erik ten Hag, he probably knew that something was off and could get really ugly for him. So in the winter transfer window, he moved back to Russia to his former club Spartak Moscow, the Russia that does not extradite to the Netherlands. Interesting coincidence, don't you think? Because now let's take a closer look at what happened outside the pitch in Promes' life. In the case of the stabbing, frightening details got public. According to a text message shown in court, Promes wanted to stab his cousin in his neck. Eyewitnesses deny that Promes aimed for any vital organs, but they still confirmed the attack from the Dutch attacker. By the way, the player was absent from the trial and was still back in Russia, probably because of the other incident that we're gonna be talking about very soon. He got sentenced to 18 months in jail, which would have been reduced to 12 if he actually attended the hearings. But why did Promes not show up? Well, now we come to the part you've all been waiting for, and this is actually unbelievable. Promes allegedly smuggled 1,370 kilograms of a certain white substance from South America to Antwerp, Belgium in 2020. For your understanding, the street value of this would be £65 million. He was basically an investor and anticipated a great profit from his invest. And this is not it. According to the prosecution, Promes had already contact to drug traffickers in 2018, so who the hell knows how much he actually smuggled into the Netherlands or Belgium or wherever in Europe. The authorities got to the footballer because they were able to hack encrypted phone chats where Promes was talking about the incident in 2020. His car and his phone were also bugged back in the time, just how it has to be for a professional gangster. The trial has not started yet, but if Promes would go back to the Netherlands or any other country in Europe, he would immediately get arrested. If he was found guilty, he would go to jail for at least 4 years. It's really hard to believe why he actually did it, because he earns millions as a professional footballer, so I think the money aspect doesn't make any sense. Maybe he just needs that adrenaline kick, I don't know. He just prefers to stay in Russia and still plays for Spartak Moscow regularly and brings really good performances, especially this season again. Just again, this guy stabbed a family member and is most likely an international drug trafficker. He also started a rap career in 2017 and released several tracks since, also one with his good friend Memphis Depay. So he basically has the life of a street rapper with high credibility. Oh, and he just plays football on the side. This was the incredible story of Quincy Promes. Comment your opinion about him and tell me if you think that he will be found guilty for the smuggling of the drugs. But for now, peace.